Well, hello everyone, TheOntarioGardener here, back with a brand new patch. This is tentatively called the Spring Patch, and it will be available coming up next week, or at the time of the recording, it'll be available on March 15th, which is this coming Wednesday if you're watching this when it was recorded, which is Saturday. Now, we're going to jump right into all the new stuff that's here visually, and then I'll go over the patch notes. I'll just talk about that. So visually, you got to follow my mouse. The biggest thing you're going to see is this whole thing looks crazy different. Now, the biggest part is the middle, and you're like, what is this? These are in-game vanilla save slots. Basically, when you enter a new game and you quit, it'll take you back to the HQ, and it'll save whatever day you completed or whatever progress point you're at between days or during prep, etc., etc., etc. Here, I've done a couple of them already. And it'll save for you. Have 5 save slots, and then to go in here, obviously, if you lose a run or you go in and you abandon it, the run will go away here. Your franchises stay the same. This is not a franchise. This is a save slot. And there you go. This tells you what day you've gotten up to. The ones that have nothing on them are obviously ones that you haven't reached past day 1. So this is a very awesome feature. People have been asking for this forever. I think it's a very good thing. It's a vanilla feature. It's not a modded feature. There is a mod in the workshop for save, but this is the in-game one, which is going to work flawlessly. It will be updated every time there's a patch or there's a little log push through or a little update push through. This will update and will never break on you. The next thing you're going to notice is over here in the workshop, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows, which is 35 items. Before, you only had 25 items. You had 5 rows of 5. Now you have 7 rows of 5. You can still only bring 2 items with you, but now you have a lot more space to store your things after you complete your runs. The machine at the top, this all works the same. This works the same. Nothing else is new along here except down here. Now, I'm at level 26. So again, you hit certain level, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't count towards anything. I have my 4 layouts unlocked, and I have my 6 dishes unlocked as far as slots go. Now, over here, it tells you there's a couple things. Let's cover this one first. This down here is a weekly speed run, and right here it tells you the fastest day 15 times, the fastest day to free, and this is built into the game. This is built into it. You have to select the weekly speedrun map. Is going to be a random map. You can select this to change your different where it's actually going to be set, but it doesn't really do anything, honestly. And then the speedrun dish will be something different every single week. This coming week, or as of today of the recording, it is pies. And then when you franchise, fast as the franchise, and you can use mods, you can use anything from the workshop, but basically it's based on a speed run, and your time will appear. Well, this is the day 15 time. And this will your time will appear here, and then this here is your top percent, which is the top percent of you. So obviously you want to be number 1. Down here tells you this is your current achievements, and based on, this is your current achievements. This is the dishes. Right now there's 11 vanilla dishes that are in the game. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 that are in the game. This tells you your progress of how you have them unlocked. Because I'm level 20, whatever level I'm at, 20 something, 26. I have nothing more to unlock, and down here is your slots, and you have 5. 4 is the main ones, and then down here, this bottom one here, this is going to be your weekly slot. And these, I have the prep ghost on. It doesn't do anything when you walk over these. You can click buttons. It doesn't do anything. You ping this, it doesn't. It's just more of a visual to tell you how close you are to your next level. I'm currently level 26, and this is mainly for a lot of early game players. Because you're like, okay, cool, so I have this much farther to go to get to my level. This is something that's been asked for many, many months. To how do I see my level? Go into your main lobby, and there you go. How many achievements do I have? Same difference. I'm missing 2 achievements. I know the one is serving a customer within 1 second or something, and then I'm not sure what the other one is. It doesn't really matter. And this will obviously display what you currently have unlocked. Now, over here, we talked about this already. Now, the cat in the bag is the new theme for this patch, and it is called the Turbo Map. So we're going to jump right into it. I'm not going to do a run. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So it looks like everything else, nothing different, except here's the beauty of the Turbo Run. So when we log in, load in, watch what it says on the card. And this is going to tell you everything you need to know about how crazy this theme is. Turbo, new card every day. It could be a customer card or it could be a food card. Sometimes you get 2 customer card choices, sometimes 2 food courses, or sometimes 1 of each. New cards every day, bigger shops, which means when you complete a day, you get 7 blueprints instead of 5 baseline, and they're cheaper. They're roughly half the price, which is just the base blueprint is half price, which is very, very good as well. More customers come in rushes. So if you look, I'm just going to start the day just to show you what it looks like. I can't run through a whole day here. I do have a video prior to this one or out around this time. I'm going to show you what happens. So if you see the top of the screen here, you have your morning rush, your lunch rush, or your breakfast rush, lunch rush, and dinner rush. And your groups will come in rushes. Like they'll still trickle in as normal, and then eventually they're going to come as a rush. I'm just going to show you what happens when you go down here. I'm just going to ring just for demonstration purposes. Also, we have a new theme here. This looks like nicer here. Let's just ring everybody. So look, watch what happens. I mean, I'm ringing everybody, of course, but you can see how the rushes tick over. And the rush amount of people that come in does not change very much. It doesn't lower. If you pick a dish as you go along that lowers your customer count, it's going to lower the base amount of customers. It's not going to lower the total amount. I'm just going to go to abandon this because I don't need to play through this run. It's kind of irrelevant. So let's just jump back here. I'm going to bring it all back here so you can watch this. I'm just going to run over the patch notes as of the time of the recording, which this is Saturday. So basically we covered all this stuff. Now let's run through the patch notes real quick. We talked about the turbo maps, the lobby expansion, which we talked about that as well. Multiple save slots, talked about that. It's so awesome, by the way. You can have multiplayer runs, and the way that the multiplayer runs work is it's going to be whoever is hosting the game. Like usual, they're the ones that will have the file, but it will be saved in one of these 5 slots. And then to get rid of one of these, all you do is you ping it, and all you got to do, well, not the ping. Ping it is how you go back into it. And you can get back into the restaurant by that way. And you go in there, and if you lose or abandon, it'll just obviously remove the slot like it did here. But you have 5 slots to deal with. If you don't want to run, you go into it and you just abandon it, and there you go. The return to headquarters, which I just did, which I showed you in the menu there. That basically is your save system here. So that means if you quit because you're losing a day, you quit, it'll bring you right back here. Instead of having to exit the entire game, it'll bring you right back here, which saves a lot of time, a lot of loading time, a lot of Steam loading time, etc. Now, on to a couple other things. Balances. So, blueprint cabinet improvement. Pinging a full blueprint cabinet will now always show what's inside. Portioner improvement. Portioners can now portion into pots. Hello, breakfast automation, here we come, which means you can now portion beans into a pot using a portioner. Stay tuned for that automation video, which will be out momentarily after you watch this video. The next one is going to be recipe previews. When choosing cards, you see a pop-up of the recipe so you can decide if you're up for the challenge. Let's go into this here. I'm just going to turn this on. So basically, when you go into the, well, not into this one, but when you go into the run, it will tell you what it is. So it's a little bit different. It's more of a quality of life type of thing. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's a good visual thing. It's more so in game than right here, but nonetheless it'll be in your game. It's just a more visual with that. Okay, next thing is going to be your blueprints in general. Now there are new blueprint border colors. So if it's a white border, this is around the blueprints that drop not off of blueprint desks or copies, so to speak. If your staple item is going to be in white, like tables, regular sink, etc. like that. Yellow border is going to be for staples until they're purchased, like a research desk, which is a staple that when you buy it, it removes itself from the staple pool. That will be in yellow. Purple are for special staples from franchise cards. So if you franchise something that gives you something every day, those will be in purple just to show you where they're coming from and why they're there. And then the blue glowing ones are upgraded blueprints that will drop randomly. Like they can randomly from re-rolling or just from your normal day, they can drop and they will be in blue. So those are quite rare as well. Next are going to be a couple bug fixes. Your booking desk will no longer show up as a garage reward. Tools including sharp knife will now have a chance of showing up as soon as required instead of the next day. Booking desk replacements are now free. Menus now wrap, which means if you go into your menu and you go, before you had to go down and then you had to go back up. Now you can just go down, 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 and just keep going back and forth, back and forth. So it's a huge quality of life update in my opinion. The next thing is a couple bit of mod support. Change the auto union index. This is just a bit of mod nonsense. It's just it means the mod views, it's just mod stuff. So you can read that into the patch notes as well. It's nothing that particular. Now, this is as of the recording, recording this as of Saturday evening. This is today the 10th, and the update will be out in quite a few days from this. But I wanted to give you guys a quick preview as of now what is available. Stay tuned if there's any changes to this channel. So hit that subscribe button. You know how it works, guys. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for the update and the content that I'm going to have out. I'm going to have tons of new automation videos, mainly auto beans on toast. How do you do automatic beans? I'm going to show you how to do that, and literally the video is going to be out probably right after this one, the next day or two. Stay tuned for that. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video and the update, hit that like button. Please leave me a comment, much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next spring update turbo mode video. Take care now.